Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round 10 of the Div 2 Hyperdrive World Championship. And we are here at Sakir tonight for the Bahrain International Circuit. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix, and we've got 18 drivers checked in and a full grid ready to pounce on any mistakes the other drivers make, or the overtakes we're going to be seeing down into that hard braking turn one. And I'm joined, not only me on comms, I'm joined by the maestro, the Haas team principal, the Div 3 driver, or as you know him, the guy who likes to pick up penalty points. It is F1 Mad, aka ARS Clip Gaming. Hello, thank you for joining me, ARS. ARS, you there? Okay, ARS isn't talking for some reason. So you're stuck with me for now. Well, it's not the worst person to be stuck with. We will get the stream shared out to all the wonderful people of the HDR community. So let's just get this sent out. I don't know where ARS has gone, but let's hope to get him in soon. If you are in chat, do let us know you are here. And if you're going to be spending points this evening, it's not the worst time to do so with everything going on right now. Only 14 in right now. We are missing a couple. Good day, idiots. Williams, Div 2 driver, who will be joining us tonight. Now, 13 in, we have got 18 checked in, so we should be getting a few more in. Hello, Tiger. Nice driver. Oh, okay. Me and ARS actually accidentally both sent the stream. Yeah, I can hear you, ARS. Oh, how come you weren't talking earlier? Yes, start talking now. A few technical difficulties with ARS at the moment, but we should get him in soon. Hello, GZ. Another Haas driver. Haas with a very strong lineup tonight. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? ARS? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, Saga's already requested comms karaoke. Well, we'll save that till we get inside. I'm not sure. Well, can you hear me? That's the main thing. Yeah. One sec while we sort out ARS Club Gaming. So yeah, a few difficulties getting ARS in a minute. So yeah, a few difficulties getting ARS. How many we got in at the moment? Got 15 in. Oh no, idiot! That's just my chair. You know, good old squeaky chair. Here goes some more squeaking for you all. Can you hear me now, ARS? I don't know what is going on with ARS's audio at the moment. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, start talking then, ARS. Oh, start talking then, ARS. So can't. It says party audio on, so what else does it want me to do? Well, can you switch to game chat? Right. Well, do it on your console then. Well, what are you watching the race through then? Oh, that's probably the problem then. Worst case, if quali does start, means Q1, nothing much is going to happen. So we got a lot of time to solve the issues. K5, is it possible to commentators courtesy Alfa Romeo pit crew? Good question, but yeah, you can try. Stream still cannot hear you. If you want, I can end the stream, you stream it, and then that might work. Oh, well, we are loading in, so apologies for the technical difficulties, but we are starting now, and whether how long it'll take to get AOS in is a question. But for now, we focus on the race ahead, and for title fight a minute, it's very interesting a minute because 3 people kind of running away with it. Jay Morris has a comfortable lead over K5, as K5's been on a bad run of form recently and is even falling back into the clutches of Mars. Partially, so he is at risk of losing P2. But he will be looking forward to Jay Morris in front of him. Also, to remind you that Flov has a quali ban for his session, as well as somebody else had one as well, I think. Let me just double check for you. It was Soviet King as well. So Flov and Soviet King both have quali bans. Rafas also does, but he's not racing. Yeah, but he's not racing Drahos. So here is Q1. We are underway. It is Q1. Only one person is going to get knocked out of session. Still some difficulties for ARS, but we will be sure to solve them as the first cars are starting to come out on track. 2 seconds. Alright, ARS, if you're looking for the game chat, it's in options on the comms booth, and then yeah, nah. Tell me if you do find that, but for now we will focus on the qualifying, and Idiot, oh actually, no it's not, is excellence. Now, there's been a lot of debate over this driver about how he may be Div 2 worthy, and he's done a lot of Div 2 races. He'd probably be quite high up in the championship if his results were classified as Div 2, but let's take you through a lap of Bahrain. So, hard braking at the curb down towards turn 1, and you want to kiss the apex, bit wide there from excellence, but gets it through, and sweeping around, nearly flat out on the exits. And then it's a DRS down towards turn 4, braking at the 100-meter board, shifting down to 3rd gear, kissing the apex nicely there from excellence. And on the exit, don't get on the curb too much, then swing it to the left, then hard right, nearly flat out, and then to the left on the curb, and you swing back to get a nice cut in for the sharp right-hander. Then you come up to one of the most difficult corners in the whole of the F1 grid. Hard braking down turn 9, swing it through turn 10, gets it through very nicely there, excellence. Then on the exit, it's DRS enabled. So final DRS on this circuit, then kissing the apex again nicely, excellence. Looking like a nice lap from the Williams so far. Then make his way around turn 12, bring his way, hard braking into turn 13, the middle sector split. Then on the exit, kisses the curb a little bit, but it's another long straight down towards the final 2 corners, hard braking into the final corner, down to 3rd gear, and another little kink on the exit, turn 15. So run to the line, and excellence will complete the first lap of the weekend. Excellence goes to the top with a 130.0. His pole lap was a 138.6 yesterday. What can his teammate Idiot do? He goes behind him, 4 tenths slower. What can the Hass of Tiger Gamer do? He goes to P3 with 30.8. Lanny behind that is over 31.1. And now we wait for Mercedes of J Morris Championship leader. What can he do in the Mercedes? Make his way around the final corner, coming up to the line. J Morris will go P2, 3 tenths behind excellence. Now the AlphaTauri of Fexlin goes P6. As Mars, hello there, goes to the top with a 29.9. And the Hass of G-Easy goes P5. And what can Emu do? He's on the mediums, I think. Let's get the tyres up, actually. A lot of people on me, oh, Mars was on the softs. I might explain why he's gone fastest. Twisteri P10 154. Rise goes quickest with a 28.8. Rayson makes it a Red Bull 2-3. Yes, DeVito, I've seen him, just getting through the entire grid. Shocklade, the new Alfa Romeo driver, moving from AlphaTauri. K5 is about to start his lap. But you want to commentators goes K5. Well, K5, the absolutely incredible driver. He's been a bit on a bad run of form recently, but he's not going to let that get to him. He's going to absolutely dominate the grid today. He's even weaving around a little on the straight. He's not even going for a lap. He's just giving all the others hope because he knows he's just going to obliterate them all in the race. And he's not going to crash either. He never crashes. He's just too good. So, yeah, K5, he's just such a good driver, and he's going to have another phenomenal weekend. No faults whatsoever. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he cut that championship deficit a little bit down to Jay Morris. Let's try. Yeah, I've done all I can. I don't know why. Don't know why we can't hear you. I mean, I don't know what things I have to turn on and off for stream to be able to hear you, but. You don't feel too bad if it's just me on comms. I mean, I don't mind. You don't feel too bad if just me on comms. I don't mind. If everyone's good with tech that can help us out, then please do let us know. But other than that, nothing else really we can do. If everyone's good with tech that can help us out. As everybody is retiring because they know they are safely through, Flov has a quali ban, and he'll be the only one going out. So, we're just waiting Shocklade to retire. We'll move to Q2, and then we'll all be set for the next part of qualifying. But excellent, on those mediums, that is a very quick lap indeed. 30.0. And you do have to beg the question, is he Div 2 worthy? And 4 hours now retired, so that is your Q2 session. Very unrepresentative, but Rise setting the early pace on the soft tyres. Excellence though on those mediums, looking quick. As everybody with time on the board, Shocklade with a 2 minute 35. I'm not sure that's going to be competitive come the session. But we now move to Q2 where the next 5 will be knocked out, and this session will be where we start to see who's got the pace. Hey David, so where Mercedes in the standings? May I ask asking? I mean, you moved from Haas, and moved to Mercedes, but I don't seem to be getting on pretty well either. So yeah, you're not one to talk from signings. Oh, now David, so you probably haven't you probably can't hear us, but ARS just called you a traitor. So yeah, make of that what you will. So flurry of cars coming out on track now, and Twoosh Dairy is the one heading the field coming out on track. Good afternoon, Husky. Cheering on your McLaren boys. I think Lanny's a trialist, if I'm not correct. If I'm not wrong. Oh, that was close to contact there. Lanny going all the way around the outside of Twoosh, nearly wheel to wheel on the exit. Lanny wants to get on with it. So does Idiot as well, but Lanny now heading the field. Yeah, so Fexlin is a trialist, and Lanny is also a trialist. Yeah, so if you haven't resolved the issue by end of Q2, then I don't think there's any point carrying on. Oh, so flexing his check. That's interesting. So we have 2 checks on the grid. Such diversity in HDR. But we all love a bit of diversity. Don't know what nationality Lani is, but the only thing he'll be focusing on is his Q2 lap. I think it will be Soso, but he mediums for Emu, which is interesting, so we'll see who he gets on. But here comes Lani. What can he do? On the soft tyres, as a trialist, when McLaren starts his lap. Wait, let me change something. Alright, you can try talking now, RS, to see if it works. Anyway, Lani's still going on his lap. I can't hear anything through the stream while I'm watching, so still don't think that involved me. It's alright, I'm alright at solo comms, I won't get bored. Besides, mainly Q1 is a big problem, as Idiots may have had a spin. Yes, he has had a spin in the final part of a lap. Meanwhile, coming to the line. Excellence is starting his lap, actually, but here comes Lanny. What can he do? He goes for provisional pole with a 30.5. Passive G-Easy is pitting, so he must have made an error on his lap. What can Emu do on the medium tyres? We'll see how much slower he is. He moves to the line. He goes quicker than his teammate. That's quite impressive. But he doesn't go as quick as Shocklade, who goes to the top by 7 tenths. K5 goes P2, 3 tenths behind that. Tiger goes P3 with a 30.0. Ferrari of J Rise just starting a lap. The Williams of Idi is starting another lap. As Fexlin goes P3 with 30.0. KJ more like LJ. Oh yeah, who won last race? Zach? Who won the last race, Death Star? Just remind yourself. Anyway, Comic now coming to the line, and he goes P7. That's a bit disappointing. Or is he on mediums? No, he's not on mediums, so poor lap there from the Alpine. Still a few more people on laps. What can Mars do? Second quickest in Q1. Mars only P8. Rise on a lap. Racing still in the garage. As Idiot has invalidated, so difficult start for Williams. He's won more, but I've won more championships to Vita. So that's the important one. Meanwhile, Excellence, the Div 3 driver, got pole yesterday. He's lucky to get poles today. Goes fastest, 1 tenth clear of Shocklade. So Excellence putting the hammer down for the pace. What can Rise in the Ferrari do? The other Div 3 driver. He's going to want to be up there with Excellence. Another quick Div 3 driver. Where can he put his Ferrari? Only P10. A second slower than Excellence. That is staggering. And I think this man really does need to be Div 2. Meanwhile, Idiot pitting. So just 4 drivers yet to set a lap, and 3 haven't even come out on track yet. Yeah, DeVito, how many podiums do you have? Just a reminder. Anyway. So, Excellence fastest. looking to get pole again. Everybody who has set a lap pitting. One. Well, there you go. I think that answers my question. I think Lanny may have gone back out for another lap, and he is currently on a lap. So currently in the drop zone, he's going to want to lift himself out of that. He's doing this lap on used tyres, so it'll be interesting to see if he does improve, even on used tyres. Even on used tyres. Even on used tyres. So Lanny's 200th down on his best time. So even on old tyres, he could still improve with a good final sector here. Lanny coming around the final corner. And he's pitting, so he must have realised he wasn't going to improve. Meanwhile, the bottom four, who have not set a lap yet, all coming out for laps now. And it will be the championship leader, Jay Morris, set a lap first. He got squirmy out the final corner, though. That could compromise him down the straight a little. Jay Morris on his lap. AOS, by the way, I think I'm just going to leave the comms booth now, because I don't think it can work. Don't feel too bad. It's just a bit of annoying disconnections for you. So unfortunately we couldn't get ARS in today, but I guess you're just stuck with me for this race. But we watched Jay Morris going on his lap. He's got quite a comfortable lead in the championship. But he's going to want to extend it. The Div 2 standings is quite similar to the Div 1 standings in many ways, as the top three seems to be pulling away from everybody else. We'll see what Jay Morris, Racing, Jeezy and Idiot all can do. Another purple sector of Jay Morris, so going strong on his lap. Also, if somebody can chuck me a hydration in chat, that would be kind of you. As Excellence is retired, so he thinks he is safely through with that time, and I don't blame him. But Jay Morris, though, goes to P2. 400ths behind him. So good lap there from the Mercedes, and that should see him through to the next part of qualifying. Shockblade's going for another lap. Mars also going for another lap, but I can understand why. Because he is on the verge of getting knocked out, and that'll be quite a big shock for the man who's third in the standings. Jeezy, though, on his lap. Been looking quick in the Haas for a long time, ever since he joined here. And where can he go? Can he lift himself out of the drop zone? Yes, he can. Goes P5. Whether that'll be safely through or not, I'm not sure. Idiot now. He crossed the line and goes P4. That's a better lap from him. And a 29.6. Still 0.3 behind his teammates. Meanwhile, Marv's still going on his lap and he's a 10th up. Meanwhile, Too Scary, the Div 3 driver, up to P4. Commendable effort there from the Aston Martin. Racing's invalidated, but he's going for a lap now. Rise is starting a lap, and Mars is finishing a lap. Purple middle sector, 0.8 up. This could be a good lap from Mars. Mars coming around the final corner now. Can he lift himself out of a drop zone? And the answer is yes. And he lifts himself up into P2 by 6 milliseconds to Jay Morris. And this top 4 even, is incredibly close now. Now, Shockley did not complete his lap. I think he might be safe with P4 anyway. But that time from G-Eazy, he's dropped down to 8th. He will probably have to go again. Yeah, how's Rise getting on? He is 2 tenths up on his lap, so he could lift himself out of the drop zone with this. Racing also on a lap, so we'll see how he gets on. Blanny's starting a lap now as well. 7 tenths up now, Rise. Bit of track evolution now. Rise coming around the final corner. Could we see nearly all of the Div 3 drivers into Q3? That'll be quite something. Rise coming to the line now and goes P6. So, Div 3 drivers, 1, 5th, and 6th. And 15th, as Racing has not set a lap yet, but as I say that, he is on a lap. And can he join Mars, his teammate, up there? In the top 10. Oh, well, it's a 44-7, and he's actually going again now. First comms karaoke of the night is Barbie Girl. Okay, I'm just going to have a little hydrate before that. I don't exactly know the lyrics, but actually I could just get it on my phone. Gonna do it quickly because these are the last laps to Q2. I'll do it for a good minute, maybe less than that. Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Fantastic. It's fantastic. I love my hair. I'll be anywhere. Imagination. Exaggeration. Let's go party. Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Fantastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair and dress me anywhere. Animation is our creation. Okay, yeah, that's where the music stopped. I don't know the lyrics. Anyway, that is your Congress karaoke for the night. Anyway, these are the final laps of Q2. So who's in the drop zone? Who is on laps? I was too busy guessing, lost in the Barbie music. So Comic on a lap. Emu on a lap. He's 4 tenths up. Jeezy Tiger's starting a lap. Jeezy should make to the line in time. Flexion's on a lap, but Emu will be the first one to come to the line. So Emu, can he lift himself out of the drop zone? A lot of people are retiring at the top. They think they're safe. So Emu goes P5, and in all that, I didn't realise Racing went P2. That's a great effort from the Div 3 driver. Meanwhile, Jeezy's starting his lap now. Lanny, he's starting a lap now, so he could still get himself out of the drop zone. But we await for Comic. One of the quickest in Div 2. What can he do? I've been asked to spectate Tiger, so we'll watch Tiger for his lap. Comic, though, he's come to the line now and goes P3, so that will see him through to the next part of qualifying. Fexlin's coming to the line now, and he does not improve, so Flexin is out of qualifying, the trialist. You'll have to stick with Tiger, those are your orders. Idiot in front is on a lap and he's 2 tenths up, so that could see Idiot progress, but we need to see what his lap is. Oh, very slidey there from Tiger on the exit of turn 13. He's kept in a straight line now. And coming around the final corner, as Idiot does go P6. Can Tiger knock out J Rise of qualifying? No, he can't. Tiger only P15. That's a bit of a shot there, but G-Eazy, though, in the other half, can he make a redemption? K5? K5 improving. K5 isn't improving. K5 is out of qualifying. Second place man in the championship is out. Is Jeezy going to be out? The Haas comes to the line now and goes fastest. Great lap there from Jeezy and goes to the top. What can Lanny do? He now goes fastest. Now that was an end to qualifying. So Jeezy and Lanny, they were in the bottom 5 and now they go fastest. And that means Tiger and K5 are both out. J Rise and Tuj also are out, but K5, M5. Second place man in the championship. He needs to be gaining points on Jay Morris this afternoon. But he's not going to gain as much as he will want with that starting position. Jay Morris is through. But Twosteri and Jay Rice, still great efforts from them, but they are knocked out as the Div 3 drivers. But Lanny, the trialist, very good lap there from him. And that was on used tyres as well. So very impressive from the McLaren with a 29.1. That is quick on used tyres. So that is your qualifying. And a very, very shocking end to Q2 there. With Lanny going top, but K5 and Tiger, the two big names, out in Q2 there. Flexing the trialist in P14 out. J-Rise and Twosteri, the Div 3 drivers, P12 and 11. Shockley just about gets through as, look how close the field is, may I add. It's only 3 tenths down to P12. And that would only be 2 tenths without Lanny. Bit of controversy between Vabo and DeVito in chat, because no love lost between them two after last race. Meanwhile, Q3 is underway. The top 10 shootout is here. GZ, Excellence, Lanny, Racing, Comic, Mars, Emu, Shockley, J Morris, and Idiot, all finding it out for that top spot. McLaren and Red Bull and Williams, the only teams with 3 drivers, all in the top 10. But both drivers all in the top 10. As we await who will be the first to blink, who will want to set the benchmark time that we all have to aim for. And I see a Haas going out, so that will be G-Easy, I think. Oh, he's beaten out of the pit lane by Idiot. So not getting many people out on track, only 5 at the moment. Both McLaren's out on track as now both Red Bulls start to go out on track. But get your predictions in now. Get your predictions in for pole. Also be spending your points if you want me to curse anyone, spectate anyone. Do whatever you want. But these drivers will all be set out to start at the front. For reference, pole yesterday was on 129.6 by Excellence, and can Excellence one-up himself from yesterday? Don't really know how to make a predictor channel. Oh well, DeVito, I can't because I'm not logged into the Hyperdrive account. I'm just watching the stream from my view, like my account, so I can't make things on it. I'm streaming from the Hyperdrive account, but I'm watching on my phone from my KJ account. So It's a good question, Arweb. Why is Excellence not Div 2 yet? And there'll be a lot of questions after this race on whether he deserves to be in Div 2 or not. But with the dominant race yesterday, it is looking very likely. But Idiot, his teammate, will be first to settle that. It would be interesting to see Excellence in a Div 1 race, to see how we go on. But Idiot, still going strong. Purple Mill sector, but obviously that will be purple as he's his first settle out. But he will set the benchmark time that the rest have to aim for. As Idiot comes around the final corner, no major errors it looks like on this lap. Idiot comes around the final corner to the line, and it is a 1:30.0. So that's not a great lap from the Williams. Jeezy beats that with a 1:29.5. Next across the line will be Comic, but he's starting a lap. Emu will be next across the line. What can the Papaya boys do? Emu to the line, and he goes fastest with a 1:29.3. What can his teammate, fastest in Q2, do? The trialist, Lanny, comes to the line, and only P3, 29.7. Williams of Excellence, though, 29.1, converting his pace from Div 3 into Div 2. J. Morris will be last of the first runners to set his lap. But here come the two Red Bulls. What can they do? As Racing invalidated there when he exited turn 7. So Racing will not set a lap. And we'll have to stay for the next set. But what can Mars do? Third in the standings. Good chance to gain on K5 this afternoon. Mars P3. Just behind Emu. 400ths between them two. But next across the line will be Shocklade, the newly announced Alfa Romeo driver. Move from AlphaTauri to Alfa Romeo. So what can he do? Around the final corner, Shocklade comes to the line. And he goes fastest, 29.0. Displaces Excellence at the top. Shockley goes fastest for the first time in this qualifying session. I'll do karaoke after the first ones are done, which is nearly done. Comic now to the line. And only P8. Comic really struggling this session, 30.5. Meanwhile, Jay Morris, Purple Middle Sector, Championship leader. What can Jay Morris do? Coming around the final corner. He's got a good chance to extend his championship lead with K5 out in Q2. Comes to the line now, and P3 for the Mercedes. So that is your grid for the first runs. Shocklade setting the pace, but Excellence not far behind. It's a bit of a gap to the rest. So is your first runs. What song do I want to sing? What song do I want to sing? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna sing all you Fortnite lovers will like this one. Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms and heavy. His vomit eyes sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he was calm and ready. Got bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, within his mouth, but words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. Crowds run out. Time's over, up, fall out. And back to reality. Whoa, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. He hopes so mad, but he won't give up Hatties. He know he won't have it. He knows it's all back to the ropes. He don't matter. He's dope. He knows that. But he broke. He's so stagnant. He knows he goes back to this mobile home. That's when he's back to the lab, yo. Rabbity, go back to the moment. Hope they don't pass you. Better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. Never let it go. Only get one shot. Now miss your chance to blow. This opportunity blows once in a lifetime. Lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. And never let it go. You get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Opportunity blows once in a lifetime. Yo. Alright, there you go. That's my rapping for the day. Meanwhile, away from the rapping, racing, went P6 in the middle of all that, so I missed that. I was too busy vibing to Eminem. So, only 3.5 minutes left of the session, so these are going to be final laps, as both McLarens want to get their laps in early, assumingly to avoid traffic. But can anyone beat Shockley? One Alfa Romeo starting at the back. Could one Alfa Romeo start at the front? So Lanny the first of the final runners. So the trialist, what can he do? Can this be his breakthrough race for McLaren? Is he not a trialist to Stone? I just don't recognise him. Well, this must be his first race then, Twooge, I'm pretty sure. Oh, don't worry, I was going to stick with it anyway, Twooge, because he's the first out on track. Now he's starting his lap just as two people are entering turn 1, so I hope there's no impeding going to go on. Williams of Excellence getting out of the way. Bit abruptly, but he does get out of the way. Mars weaving to the side, also getting out of the way. So, he's 3 tenths down, Lanny, actually. So, he's on fresh tyres, so he's had a poor first sector there, Lanny, but can he... Can he change that in the middle sector? Oh yeah, you're right, Twooge. He's not deploying ERS. So I don't know whether he's going for 2 warm-up laps. I mean, he's only 3 tenths down, so that makes me think that he's actually going for a lap. And maybe he's forgotten to not put ERS on, so that'd be a bit embarrassing. Meanwhile, Emu, how's he getting on? He is using ERS. This will be Emu's final lap. He's currently P4. Can he change that? Emu coming around the final corner. That looked neat and tidy. Oh, it's going to be an exit. But here comes Emu to the line now. Where can he put his McLaren? He puts it on pole. 2 tenths clear on Shockley. But we have seen how much track evolution comes into play. So we'll see how that time stands. But for now, Emu takes provisional pole. Next man to cross the line will be Comic. Everybody else starting their laps. Now he's gone off. Comic's gone off. Meanwhile, geez, he's starting his lap right behind Jay Morris. What is going on here? Meanwhile, Jay Morris making errors. He's got Jeezy right on the back of him. What is happening here? They're both right next to each other doing their laps. So Lanny is using ERS now, so it must have been just 2 warm-up laps. So interesting strategy, but what is going on here between Jay Morris and Jeezy doing their laps right behind each other? Orthodox strategy, Comic invalidated, so that is his qualifying session. And Comic only P10, I'll be disappointed with that. Meanwhile, Lanny, he'll be next across the line. And what can he do in the McLaren? Purple middle sector, 6 tenths up. 7 tenths even. Could he make it a McLaren 1-2? Lanny 35. Apparently he's not a trialist, even though I've never seen him before, but here he comes. Lanny around the final corner. To the line. Lanny crosses the line. And he goes fastest. Displaces Emu by a tenth. It is a McLaren 1-2. But it is not over. We have still got lots of cars to cross the line. Racing the Div 3 driver. Coming to the line now. What can he do? Only P7 for him. What about his teammate Mars? Excellence goes back to the top with a 28.6. Mars comes to the line now. He's P4. What can Jay Morris do? He's only P5. The Haas of Jeezy stays P8. Idiot comes to the line P7. What can Shockley do? He's been lucky quick all weekend. It's only P6 for him. Meanwhile, that's everybody. Everybody's crossed the line. So Excellence once again on pole. It's a 28.6. And I don't even think that wasn't quicker than his pole time yesterday. So the Div 3's pole time is a fast of a weekend, but it is 2 consecutive pole positions for Excellence. Now that is very fascinating, as the McLarens are second and third. That puts them in a brilliant position for the race. Jay Morris and Shocklade set the exact same time, but Jay Morris set his lap first, so he gets to start ahead. But Excellence, for the second time in a row, is on pole. Div 3 and Div 2 pole. And he really should race in Div 1. We don't even know where he's from, but all we know is that he is quick. But that is your grid. Excellence takes pole by 700ths of a second back to Lanny. McLaren second and third. Emu will be happy with P3. Miles also, I think he'll be happy with P4. Only 2 tenths back. Jay Morrison, Shocklade. Oh, Shocklade actually was a millisecond slower, so that's why he's P6. Idiot P7. Racing in Div 3. That's a good effort to get P8. Jeezy P9 after he had a skirmish with Jay Morris. And Comic will be P10. He'll be disappointed with that. Idiot, I don't think he did hold him up. They just started their lap really close for some reason. I think Excellence is Turkish, alright. But we now move to the race. So we are on the grid now. Let's hope nobody readies up early. So ready up at 25, Mars says. So we'll get going then, hoping that nobody readies up early. Yeah, there was a Haas started his lap right behind him. I don't know why Jeezy decides lap behind him. These are the tyres at the moment, but this might change depending on how close we get to starting the race. But get your predictions in now. Get your top 3 in. Get your top 3 in. It's a very varied grid. Just to remind you of the championship order. Jay Morris leads by about 30 points to K5M5, who's only P13, and Martin P3 behind that. Constructors also, Alfa Romeo lead the way from Ferrari, I think it is. Yeah, it is from Ferrari, then Red Bull and Mercedes. So all to play for. That'll be an interesting day in terms of the championship. 1 minute to go before we get racing. Readying up at 25 past. We are ready to start this Bahrain Grand Prix, which is going to be a thriller. Let's get the hydration in. So we should be running up any second now. So good luck to all the drivers. Thank you for the hydration, Tyler. Just used it. So it is 25, so I think people would have readied up now. We're getting ready for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Still don't hear the beeper, so I'm getting ready. Let's also double check race director. So everybody on mediums, apart from now we're going to get going. So 5 red lights ahead of the drivers for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's now lights out, away we go. Excellence getting away well from the 2 McLarens behind him in hot pursuit. Now making our way down towards turn 1. Emu going over to the inside of his teammate, but into turn 1 is Excellence in the lead. There's a bit of contact there behind. Idiot makes contact with the Mercedes. Jay Morris who goes around the outside. Jay Morris up to P3. Brilliant start from the Mercedes. Now on the exit, he makes a bit of contact with Emu. Heading down towards turn 4. Who's shaping for a move? Mars to the outside. Jay Morris up to P3. They're 3 wide into turn 4. Idiot down the inside and make more contacts. Idiot gets squeezed out. Emu on the inside now. Can he hold P3? Yes, he can. As Jay Morris, the championship leader, spins round. Shockley making contact with Idiots. Mars down to P4. Make your way into turn 10. Can Shockley go right outside? No, he can't. It's Idiot by Mike giving him wing damage. Now on the exit, it's Comic up to P5. He's had a great start. As now, can Racer go right outside? No, he doesn't. He gets on a curb. Wheel to wheel with Shockley. Now on the exit, he's still behind the Alfa Romeo. There's a bit of contact at the back. But Jay Morris, championship leader, all the way to the back after a spin on the exit of turn 4. Let's check the tyres now. Absolute chaos at the front. Even on those softs, he'll be looking to get away easily. Meanwhile, Jeezy ahead of Idiot. Idiot maybe has damage. He's going very slowly. Shockley down the inside. Heading into turn 13. Gets the position done. He'll be under pressure from Racing now, Idiot. Soon enough. So those are your tyres. Everybody on mediums apart from Emu and Flexing. Let's have a look at the position change. The top 4 all keeping in the same position. Weaving going on down a straight. Meanwhile, we'll look to the back. There's a huge battle ensuing. As heading into turn 1, no moves looking at the minute. At the back, it looks like Isaac K5 putting pressure on Tiger Gamer. But it's actually Flob going around the outside of the Ferrari. Now he's got the inside for turn 2. Can Flob make move? No. K5 hangs in around the outside. Riding on board the Alfa Romeo. Wheel to wheel down a straight. But Flob burning the battery and heading into turn 4. Flob gets a position. So he's up 4 positions. Good start from the Alfa Romeo. But Comic and Jeezy, big gainers off the start. Comic gaining 5 positions. So we'll see what he can do on those tyres. Shockley doesn't appear to have damage from that collision with Idiot earlier. But Idiot really starts to fall back after his collision with Jay Morris. This is your order. Lanny looks to be putting pressure on Excellence as they both go off the track in unison, but let's keep an eye on Emu because he is the one on the soft tyres. And how are McLaren going to play this? We're in a good position now and they don't want to throw away a good result by the 2 drivers squabbling. But the top 4 starting to pull away from everybody else. And it's top 4 all in the same position. Emu looking very quick behind his teammate. And is there going to be a bit of team orders? As I say that, he goes off the track. Now Mars trying to put pressure on Emu. Let's get the graphic up to show ERS. Emu's already burned quite a bit of his, but heading into the final turn, is there going to be any overtakes heading down to turn 1? I think Emu might want to make a move on his teammates, and is Lanny going to fight it whatsoever? Here comes Emu to the inside of his teammate. Emu takes P2 without resistance from Lanny, and Emu will be looking to make use of those softs. Meow Shockley, wheel to wheel with Jeezy on the exit. Jeezy on the inside, turn 2, and they make contact. Shockley spins Jeezy, they manage to get away with it. And on the exit is Racing, who goes through all 3 of them. Flexing gets there as well. Shockley back down the inside. Shockley and Jeezy still wheel to wheel on the exit. They go a little wide now on the exit, make more contacts. Jeezy has to concede behind Shockley, but 2 collisions in the space of 5 seconds between these two. Flexing having a look now, behind Rayson on the exit. Riding on board with Shockley, who's got a front row perspective of this view. Can he try and make a move? Flexing gets forced to the curb, riding on board with Jeezy. Can he go back down the inside? Chaos hits a turn 10. Shockley hangs it around the outside. Flexing trying to go around the inside. And Shockley now a 3-1 on the exit. This is brilliant racing between the drivers. Shockley gets both of them. Jeezy has to stay behind. Flexing trying to go back around the outside. Just stay behind for now. Now can Jeezy get back down the inside on the exit? Wheel to wheel be AlphaTauri. Make your way round the outside of turn 12. Flexing nearly spinning it on the exit. Jeezy round the outside, making more contact. They spin out again. It's nearly identical incident. Tiger Gamer says thank you very much. He'll go through. As Flav now gets both of them. Tiger Gamer lets his teammate back past, I think. Absolute carnage here between these racing. Rayson gets a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, we go back to the front. Emu gaining on excellence, overtaking excellence. Emu takes the lead of a Bahrain Grand Prix. Can Excellence go back around the outside? No, we can't. Just stay by for now. Meanwhile, Shockley gets ahead of Rayson. Looking to recover after his mistake earlier. Flexing back down the inside of Tiger Gamer. Jeezy hangs it around the outside. Gets back ahead of his teammate. Can he now try and get back ahead of Flexi? He's burning his battery. Wants to get that AlphaTauri back. Now to the inside. Takes back P10 off the AlphaTauri. Jeezy and K5 battling at the back. And K5 just stayed behind. Ferrari really struggling as J Morris will have to try and catch back up in the Mercedes. But brilliant battling all the way down the field. Comic is up 6 positions. Flav is the biggest game of this race so far, up 9 positions. And now he's already on the back of Rayson, looking quick behind that Red Bull. On the exit, getting a bit squirmy. He's burning his battery. He wants that position. And then down into turn 11. Flav up into P8. This has been a brilliant race so far from the Alfa Romeo. As Rayson gets on the curb, drops back a little. But Flav absolutely flying at the minute in that Alfa Romeo. We got back to the front, which was a 4-way battle. Now it's a 5-way battle as Comic overtook Mars somewhere in that chaos. Idiot also gaining back up. So Williams and McLaren all in a big scrap for this race. Mars looking close behind Comic. Does he want to shape for a move? You know, it's absolute carnage at the back. Look at this battling. As Tiger, wheel to wheel with Flexing. Tiger takes P9, it's turn 1, but who's going to concede? Running on board with K5, who goes down the inside. What on earth is he doing? K5 cuts the corner, and I don't know, I have no words for what just happened. Tiger Gamer up to P9, Flexing is P10, Jeezy P11, K5 with a 10-second time penalty now. Here he comes, the top 2 in the championship. J Morris down the inside of K5, takes the position back, but K5 the exit, but J Morris gets the position. Now, I don't know what on earth K5 is doing, but that'll move nearly out DRS range. I don't know what's up with my mount right now. I'll try and fix it. Okay, back on the mat now. Hope that's resolved things. Yeah, is that okay now, Babo? I think I turned my mic on and off. I hope that's resolved it. Yeah, sorry for that disconnect, but absolute brilliant battling while it's been going on. It is now McLaren 1-2. Lanny just about sticking with Emu in front. And excellence even. He's actually now dropping out of the DRS of Lanny. So could this now be a 2-horse race at the front between the two teammates? Excellence wants that DRS back off the two McLarens. He's going to need a good turn 12 if he wants it. And he's burning his battery, you don't want to give it up. Down the straight, is he going to get it? It's going to be close. That was close as to whether he got it or not. And he did just about get it, so lucky there for excellence. Meanwhile, Mars right behind Comet. Once we spectate Emu, it works well because Lanny taking the lead of a Bahrain Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Comic to the inside of excellence. Now a bit to P3 as Mars tried it as well, but he made a bit of contact. So huge position changes. Into turn 1, Lanny takes the lead. Comic P3 now. Comic's having a brilliant race in P3. 7 positions gained. The fight at the back still rages on. The two Hasses starting to catch Flob a little. Chocolate is starting to catch his back. He's on the back of Idiot now. K5 has actually got back ahead of J Morris, so interesting stuff there. Rayson had an incident somewhere in there because he's now at the back. But Comic now, he's lost the DRS to Emu in front. So are the two McLaren's going to start to pull away from everybody now. Oh, it's on the exit there. Mars spins on the exit of turn 11. Mars spinning round and ruining his chance at a podium. Mars dropping all the way down the field and he's going to end up P13. A huge mistake there from Mars 935. As look at this. The people who are first, second and third in the championship, all P11, 12 and 13 now. You could not write this. But a huge error from Mars, which will now elevate Shocklade up to P5 because now he's going wheel to wheel with Idiot, heading down here turn 1, burning his battery to get ahead of the Williams on Shocklade up into P5 now. So on his comeback drive after the mistake earlier. Still though, Emu out of the DRS range from Comet behind. Excellence now doesn't have to look behind him anymore. He just has to look forward to Comic in front of him. Meanwhile, Flexing and G-Easy battling. Flexing gets ahead of a Haas. And K5 and J Morris and Mars starting to catch that battle back up. Meanwhile, Rise wheel to wheel racing into turn 1 with 2 Div 3 drivers having a scrap all the way at the back. Can Racing try and look for a position back, or does he want to fight it? As he does, down the inside into turn 4, clobs the curb a little, but gets the position back on the Ferrari, or does he? Because on the exit, Rise doesn't want to give it up, but he does finally give it up, and Racing takes back P14. Two just starting to come back into a fight, so all the Div 3 drivers having a nice squabble at the back. But the top 2 really starting to pull away now. And Excellence starting to put pressure on Comic. Does he want to have a look on the Alpine? Does he realise that they're losing too much time to the McLarens? Mayo down the straight. Here comes the Williams of Excellence. And here comes McLaren of Emu as well. Takes back the lead of a race. Excellence though, wheel to wheel with Comic into turn 1. Comic don't want to give it up, and Excellence, can he try and get the switch back on the Alpine? I think Excellence just sitting behind for now. Meanwhile, Flob wheel to wheel with Tiger Gamer heading around turn 2. Bit of contact there. Staying down towards turn 4, both burning the battery, and it is Flob who gets back ahead of a Haas. So Flob just hanging on to P8. Or P7, I should say. But this battle still carries on. Meanwhile, K5, J Morris and Mars have all caught back up after all their errors. They've all caught back up to the pack, but K5 with a 10-second time penalty, that will really compromise his race. Only on lap 9. These guys, just to remind you, we might be at the point where Emu's tyres may start to drop off. But top 4 seem to be a bit clear of everybody else at the minute. Mainly the top 2 seems to be clear of everybody, and McLaren are happy at the front to tow each other along. As Lanny, is he going to try and take back the lead of the race? I think Emu's just letting him go. They're playing this tactically, McLaren. We're just going to stay with their battling to the last laps and pull away from everybody. Meanwhile, round 2 between Flob and Tiger. Here he comes to the inside. Tiger Gamer takes P7. Does Flob want to fight it? Yes, he does. Back round the outside of turn 1. Flob now with the inside at turn 2. Tiger hangs it round the outside. Gets on the curb though. Out of compromise him. And Flob takes back P7. Tiger just can't find his way by. Flexing can try and find his way by. On the inside of G-Eazy into turn 1. Can K5 try and capitalise riding on board with Ferrari? As now he goes wide on the exit. That allows Jay Morris to get through. As the 2 championship rivals go wheel to wheel. Jay Morris ahead of his Ferrari rival, nearly making contact. Jay Morris spins again on the exit into turn 11, or 8 I should say. K5 round the outside of Jay Morris. His battling is costing him a lot of time. They don't care though. Who's going to back out? Nobody is. They just about avoid each other. Jay Morris just about hangs on. G-Eazy can't hang on. He goes wide and Flexing gets back ahead of the Haas. Brilliant battling here at the back of the field between these 5 drivers. You don't know where to look in this race. Battles everywhere you look. Shocklade starting to catch Excellence and Comic. So could he now make this a 3-way battle for the podium? And Flob, he's actually broken the DRS to Tiger. So all that battling has cost him a lot of time. And Tiger does drop out of the way. But here is Comic and Excellence. Excellence up to P3 now. He's had enough of sitting behind the Alpine. Meanwhile, Flexing comes into the pits. So now this battle rages on, but this time it's Jay Morris having to go at G-Eazy. Heading into turn 1, right on board with K5. Jay Morris trying to get the switch back on the Haas. Meanwhile, Comic and Excellence going wheel to wheel for P3. Comic doesn't want to give that place up. Heading down the straight, here comes Jay Morris on the Haas of G-Eazy. Heading into turn 4. Is G-Eazy going to fight this so hard? Trying to hang it around the outside. K5 just asking to see, but on the exit, does G-Eazy want to give it up? No, he doesn't. On the inside, nearly making contact. Just has to give it up. And now K5, can he shape for a move? Heading down into turn 8. No, just stays behind for now. So now it'll be Mars and K5's turn to have a go at G-Eazy, who really is struggling in this race. Meanwhile, Flob's starting to catch up to Idiots. Tiger's actually got back in the DRS of Flob. Meanwhile, his Excellence made a mistake there. Excellence drops out of the DRS of Excellence, as now he's actually dropped into the clutches of Shockley behind. So Excellence, I think he might have made a mistake at turn 10 now. What can Shockley do about it? Can he shape for a move? 2 McLarens though, still chilling up front pretty much. Anyway, Excellence is now pitting, so he's triggering the undercut on the cars in front, and that should cause some more activity in the pit lane. Does Tiger want another bite of the cherry from Alfa Romeo? Gaining on Flob, does he want to shake for a move? No, just backs out. Meanwhile, any movement in this battle? No, they're all line astern for now. I think Excellence is going to come out in clean air, which is crucial because he needs this lap to push as hard as he can if he wants to undercut the cars ahead. Tiger also just staying behind Flob. It's been a thoroughly entertaining race so far. Brilliant battles all down the field. Shocklade starting to bring himself into this battle for the lead now. As I think Emu's softs maybe starting to die now because he is dropping back a little bit from Lanny. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Emu in the pits anytime now. Shockley really catching Comet though, he's nearly within the back of DRS. Oh, there's been an incident at the back, I think. Rise and Twisteri, 2 Div 3 drivers, making contact, spinning each other at turn 4 it looks like. And Rise letting Twist back past, I think that was. So Stewards may have a look at that, whatever happened between them. But who's going to pit after Excellence pitted? Is there going to be activity in the pit lane? No, Emu stays out. Comic, though, he's reacting. He is now pitting. Just as Shockley got them in the DRS of him. So we'll see where Comic comes out in relation to the Williams. Anybody else pitting? Flov looks to be under pressure from Tiger again as this battle once again carries on. Tiger gets back ahead of the Alfa Romeo. But where is Excellence going to be in comparison to Comic? He's coming around the final corner now. And is he going to be ahead? Has the undercut worked on the Alpine? Where is Comic coming out the pits? Oh, he's nowhere. We only just saw him there. That is a huge undercut from the Williams. And he's going to get a good 2 seconds, I think, there on Comic. Yeah, I got 1.5 seconds there. So, huge undercut from Excellence. And he may find himself in the lead after everyone pits. Meanwhile, K5 piling the pressure on Jeezy in front. As Tushari gets 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, compounding his already bad day. But this race may not just be between the two McLarens. With Excellence' early stop, can he get back into the mix? K5 right behind the back of Jeezy. Still just staying behind. There's only really 2 main overtaking spots on this track. As I say that on the exit, he's really right behind the house. Can he get around the outside of turn 12? That's never going to work. Mar's just looking on from a distance. But surely Emu's got to pit now. And no, he's not pitting. Emu really making these soft slash. Shockley not pitting either. What is Excellence's teammate going to do? He stays out as well. Tiger and Flov still in their positions. Tiger burning his battery, don't want to give up the position. Everybody's staying out for now. Meanwhile, K5 making the move on Jeezy in the Haas. And finally gets ahead of the Haas driver. Oh, it's turn 1 to make a bit of contact. No major collision, no, thankfully. As Excellence with the fastest lap, he is surely going to have undercutted everybody else when they finally pit. You know, can everyone on mediums, can they extend until the soft period? Excellence and Comic wanted to stay on the hards. Mars is the only one on full battery, which is good for him, but top 2 looking control at the minute. Shockblade hasn't really caught them since he got clean air. But who's going to win out of 2 McLarens? That is a big question. I'd say Lani has the advantage as he can go to the faster tyres, as in he'll have better tyres at the end of a race. As Emu, does he lose the DRS to Lani? Yes, he does. 1.1. First time they've dropped out of DRS from each other in quite a while. And I think after losing DRS, Emu might pit. It's actually Lani pitting now. Oh, I think Emu was going to pit as well, but realised that that would have been a double stack and he would have lose a ton of time. Shockley stays out. Idiot stays out. Tiger pits. Flov stays out. Now it'll be interesting to see where Lani comes out in relation to Excellence. Excellence just came around the final corner, and where is he going to be in relation to Lani? Heading down the main straight. There is a McLaren of Lani. This is going to be close. Heading into turn 1, running up board with McLaren. Cuts in front of Comic. So Lani comes out in a net P2 now, depending on where Emu is on his outlap. But he's got 3 lap pressure tyres even on Excellence, so he has the advantage. He needs to stick in the DRS though while he warms his tyres up. K5 has caught back up to J Morris. Still a lot of individual trains going on right now. Well, Emu's got to pit this lap. He cannot make those softs go any further. Yeah, he's losing a lot of time to Shockblade now, so Emu's got to pit. Crucially, Lani has stuck with Excellence. So we'll see where these two come out in relation to Emu when he pits. So Emu pits, Shockblade stays out. Idiot stays out. Flov is pissing. But heading down the main straight, does Lanny want the lead? He's got a lot of ERS to burn. And where is Emu going to be? Oh, Emu's very far behind. Emu's lost a ton of time. It's turn 1. They both wanted DRS. But Lanny makes a move. They both lifted to try and get DRS. Well, Lanny with the traction, he seems to have got a big enough gap. And Lanny takes a net lead of a race. Meanwhile, K5 gets ahead of Jay Morris. So the two championship protagonists battling away. Mars pitted in all that chaos and he's come out just behind his teammate. Tiger pitted a lap before Flov and now he's got a big gap on the Alfa Romeo. Emu has gone to mediums, which is very interesting. He thinks he can get the mediums to the end of a race. So Emu, I said he was at a disadvantage, but has something happened there? Because he's lost. Yeah, something's happened to Emu. He's lost like 9 seconds. And you definitely don't lose that much. Maybe he changed his front wing. Maybe Emu was driving with wing damage this whole time, but something definitely happened to Emu in the pit stop phases there. So Emu, he's got a mountain to climb now if he wants to win this race. But the top 4 still have not pitted. Is that going to change though? Shockblade, he is not pitting, so I think maybe he wants to put softs on at the end of the race. Is Idiot pitting? No, he isn't. Maybe he's top 4. They want to put softs on at the end of the race. Excellence just about. Did he get DRS? No, he didn't. So Lanny, fastest lap of a race. And Excellence has lost the DRS already. But the top 4 looking to get their mediums until the soft period. Jay Morris squirming around through turn 2. Tiger is caught flexing and to the inside of turn 1. Tiger takes P9. Flexing pitted very early on those old hards. So now he's vulnerable to the cars behind him on fresher hards. Closest battle on track right now is Jay Morris and K5, but they still have not pitted. But Lanny, he is absolutely storming the field at the minute. But he has got some traffic to contend with. Jay Morris and K5 ahead of him, they will be a lot slower. And if they pit this lap, that'll be perfect timing, but if they don't, then he's going to catch them at a pretty bad spot, so he's got to make work of these 2 cars quickly. Meanwhile, will Shockblade pit? That is a big question. Can he pit for softs now? Staying out again. Shockblade really extending the stint. Idiot, he's finally pitting. What did K5 and Jay Morris do as Lanny has just caught them and now he's only got Jay Morris to contend with. He could do with overtaking the Mercedes now, but he's just staying behind for now. He isn't burning his ERS. But he needs to get ahead of Jay Morris very quickly, otherwise he'll be held up throughout the whole of the middle sector. So he's going to burn his battery now. We're heading down the straight. Lanny to the inside. This is a crucial move. Does get ahead of Jay Morris, so that is important for his race. And now all he has to do is pull away as much as he can from the catching pack behind, as Emu is starting to catch Comic on those medium tyres. So Idiot has pitted for softs, and now he will look to overtake Flov. We'll stick with this battle actually. Kinga says, come on Tauri. I mean, Flexen's doing a pretty good job in P8 there, although his tyres are quite old. He is a trialist, remember. Meanwhile, the battle of the Diff 3 drivers rages on. Rise gets back ahead of Twitch. These two collided earlier in the race. Meanwhile, Idiot right behind Flov on those soft tyres. He is looking incredibly fast as Shockblade does finally pit for those softs. And he should come out in just ahead of these two actually. Meanwhile, Excellence has caught Jay Morris, who is still staying out. Maybe he's banking on a safety car. But here comes Excellence. He's going to make a move at turn 1. Down the inside, does he want to go? No, he doesn't. Jay Morris just hangs on to a position. He needs to make this move quickly, though. Meanwhile, Shockley, where's he going to come out? He's going to come out ahead of Tiger, or is he into turn 1? Just behind Tiger Gamer. So P7 for Shockley. What can he do on the soft tyres? Excellence, crucially, still behind Jay Morris. This is really hurting his race. No love lost here. Excellence, move from Mercedes to Williams. Very interesting. Excellence down the inside. Jay Morris hangs on to position. This is really hurting Excellence's race. And Jay Morris has got ERS to kill. He doesn't want to let Excellence through for some reason. And he's burning his battery. He doesn't want to let the Williams through. There's team play going on here. Rise gets the fastest lap, so good credit for him. Meanwhile, Shockley really putting the pressure on Tiger Gamer now, and to the inside of turn 10 he goes. Shockley up to P6. So he'll now get in pursuit of the cars ahead. Excellence, he's been stuck behind Jay Morris this entire lap. And that Comic is starting to get back in the mix now as he goes down the inside, or does he? Still staying behind as Jay Morris is now coming into the pits finally. So Excellence is finally released and up into P2. Comic's burning all his battery. He wants that DRS on Excellence. But what can Shockley do now? The gap to Emu in front is 3.8. Let's see how much that comes. Turn 5 now with the fastest lap on those softs. Meanwhile, here is Idiot down the inside of Flexin. And Flexin on those hard tyres has to give the position up. Bob will now try and capitalise on this battle as well. Well, Lanny seems in control of this race, but other out for P2 is very much on. Between Comic, Emu, Shocklade, and maybe Tiger if he finds some pace. Okay, found on those hard, on those softs though. Starting to catch Mars up. Is Mars squirming around a little? It's Comic now. Did he get DRS? It's going to be tight. Ooh, squirms a little bit on the exit. He's nearly in the DRS of Excellence. It's going to be close towards the line. This could be crucial for the race. He wants the DRS. Is he going to get it? I think he got it. He did get it. So Comic in the DRS of Excellence now. He's got no ERS whatsoever though. Shocklade now, 30.8, fastest lap. This could be game on for P2 here for Shocklade. His strategy really working wonders, it looks like. Meanwhile, Flob ahead of Flexin, or is he? Because he's wheel to wheel with Mars now. And Mars takes both of them up to P8 now. K5 putting pressure on Flexin on the exit. K5 up to P10. Flob coming back at Mars. Wheel to wheel into turn 4. Flob with the inside. Mars hangs it around the outside. Don't want to give it up. Flob squeezes him out on the exit. Can K5 try and capitalise? No, just backs out for now. Brilliant battling going on back here. K5 has a look to the inside. Mars goes defensive. Flexin, he's lost about 3 positions there. He's just watching on. Meanwhile, Emu has all of a sudden caught this pack, and now it's a 3-way battle for P2, which will be joined shortly by Shocklade at his pace. Excellence has the ERS advantage on these guys. Emu and Comic both burn practically all of theirs. This could be a 3-way battle down towards turn 1. Who's going to get the better exit down the final corner? Heading down the straight. Here comes Emu. He's burning his battery. He wants that P3. Can he get P2 as well? Heading his way down towards turn 1. 3 wide now between the 3 drivers. Emu down the inside. Can they all make it through? Excellence has to concede. Comic round the outside. Wheel to wheel now with Excellence, who goes back down the inside on the exit. Comic down to P4, but now can he make a move? No, it's Excellence with a DRS who is just about staying ahead, but Comic, can he go back down the inside? No, he can't. So Emu takes both positions and makes it a McLaren 1-2 once again. And can he break out the DRS of Excellence? Meanwhile, Shockley, I said he was catching, and he's already back onto the back of Comic and is ready to fight for this podium spot. But Emu now really starting to pull away on those medium tyres. And Shockley needs to make quick work of the Alpine if he wants to catch Emu. The Comic doing a lot of ERS burning. On the exit, squirming around. Shockley nearly span out from him spinning out. And now he's squirming all over the place trying to get ahead of the Alpine. Still keeps it in a straight line. Look how much more grip he's got on the Alpine. Does he want to go to the inside of the final corner? Yes, he does. Down the inside on Comic. Gets ahead of the Alpine. And now on the exit. Shockley wanting to overtake Excellence. And here he comes now. Shockley dispatches the two drivers very quickly as here comes Comic now. He wants to go as well. To the inside of Excellence. Rises out. But races and makes contact. And just as the safety car gets deployed. So, Rise went out, Comic spun Shockley, Excellence stays in P4, but the safety car is out, and Lanny is going to be furious. He is absolutely dominating this race, but his gap is going to be absolutely dissipated in an instant. And McLaren were looking so good for a 1-2, but this is now going to throw a cat amongst the pigeons. And Shockley on those softs. Well, surely they're all going to pit the softs now. Shockley did hold on to that P3. But it's now anyone's game. Anyone who was on the softs, that doesn't matter anymore because they're all going to surely pit the softs. It might be the odd person who stays out. So this helps likes of Racing and Twooge who are at the back. This could help Jay Morris get back in the championship because he was struggling at the back. Championship leader only 13th. J-Rye is out of session. I think he crashed at turn 10 from what I saw on the map. But surely everyone's got to pit now. So, Lanny is pissing. What about the others? McLaren, is Emu slowing down a bit? Is he at the point at which he's going to get compromised with a double stack? Pitting as well. Shockley pissing. Excellence pissing. Comic pissing. What's Tiger doing? He's also pissing. Idiot pissing too. Mars. Oh, as there goes Flop, and he makes a move into pit lane. As on the exit, Mars speeds into pit lane. So Flop got ahead of Mars. Mars wanted it back, but now he's sped into pit lane. That was clever from Flop there to force him into a penalty. So the whole field was pitted. Racing and Twooge are the only ones yet to pit, but they should pit this lap. Are there any changes in the pit lane? Oh wait, Jay Morris has stayed out. Sorry, everyone has not pitted. Jay Morris staying out. Emu maintains P3, Shockley P4. Mars with that penalty will drop him down the field. But Jay Morris, interestingly, staying out. And that is also going to help Lanny as well, because he'll have a car in between him and Emu. So Jay Morris really going to cause a lot of chaos here on the restart by staying out. So Racing and Twooge also pissing. So we'll wait for them to catch up. But we're in for a chaotic ending. We should get about 4 laps of racing from my calculations. This is going to be a frantic ending to this race. Should get safety car in this lap. So Lanny will be not happy there's a safety car because he had this win in the bag. But he will be happy that he's got a car in front behind him because he has a bit of a buffer to the cars behind. But Shocklade, Excellence and Tiger and Comet will all be looking quick behind them. Looking to ruin McLaren's 1-2, which looks in their grasp at one point, but now is looking very dicey. So Twooge still hasn't caught up. We might be able to get it in this lap. Twooge catches up and then we'll get 5 laps of racing. Or 4, sorry. We're just about to cross the final sector. Is Twooge going to catch up in time? It's going to be close. He's just catching it up now, so I hope we can get it in this lap. I think it may stay on. No safety car in this lap, so we will get racing this lap. There's not much time for Lanny to prepare, but we are waiting for him to go. Lanny really getting slow. Oh, he's coming to a complete halt. That might be illegal. You have to stay 50 kilometers an hour above, but on the exit, he does finally get going, and J Morris is hot on his heels, and then down into turn 1, championship leader. J Morris is on old soft tyres. He's not letting that get to him, because here he comes, making his way down towards turn 1. Can he shape for a move? On Lanny. Lanny on the inside. Can J Morris go around the outside of turn 1? J Morris around the outside now. With the inside, it's turn 2, making a bit of contact with the McLaren. On the exit, still wheel to wheel. Emu battling with Shocklade. Shocklade up into P3. But now on the exit, J Morris is now behind Lanny, but Emu back down the inside of Shocklade. Takes back P3, but Shocklade trying to hang it around the outside. On the McLaren, riding on board of Excellence, got front row seat. Excellence back down the inside. Oh, Shocklade, that was so close to contact. Just about avoided it. Comet now right behind him as well. Having a look to the inside, has been an incident, but back Flexing and Rayson have gone off, I think. But it is Lanny who just about hangs on to the lead. Brilliant racing there between all the drivers. Can J Morris stick with Lanny though? That is a big question. Even on old soft tyres, what can he do against the McLaren? But everyone will behind will be lucky to make a move. Meanwhile, Tiger having a look to the inside of Excellence. Just stays behind for now. Comic also hot in pursuit. But J Morris crucially sticking with Lanny. Meanwhile, look down the inside. He's burning his battery now. He wants that position from the Mercedes. He's trying to do his teammate a favour. He wants that McLaren 1-2. Sending around the final corner. All burning the battery. Emu's already burned a lot of his battery. Heading into turn 1. Emu just behind for now. Shocklade right behind as well. Tiger down the inside of Excellence. It's turn 1. Now he's on the outside. It's turn 2. Excellence down the inside. Still wheel to wheel on the exit. Riding on board with a Haas. Then down in turn 4, both burning their battery. Excellence edges ahead. Does Tiger want to go back down the inside? Meanwhile, Emu down the inside. That was a bit aggressive from McLaren, but he gets ahead of J Morris. That's crucial. Meanwhile, Tiger still will to will with Excellence. Excellence trying to hang it around the outside. That's going to get risky. Tiger around the outside now. Brilliant racing between the two. Comic now watching this battle. Can Excellence stay around the outside? No, he can't. Now I leave in under pressure from the Alpine. Just stay behind for now. Brilliant racing there. But Emu aggressively gets past J Morris. And now what can Shocklade do behind the Mercedes? Comic also having a look at Excellence. Excellence struggling a little on these soft tyres, it looks like. But Shockley right behind the Mercedes now. He needs to clear J. Morris this instant if he wants a chance at winning this race. Meanwhile, Emu is all over back of his teammate. But what is he going to do? Is he going to play the team game? Or is he going to go for the win? Meanwhile, Shockley to the inside of J. Morris. Gets up into the podium places. Emu's not playing the team game. He's going ahead of his teammate. Mars is retired in the pit lane. Third place man in the championship. Wood's going any points. His Excellence down the inside of Tiger. Making contact. Comic now down the inside. He gets ahead of a Williams, but on the exit, Excellence comes back at him. Making all the way down the straight. Comic, though, gets back ahead with the slipstream. Comic up into P6. Excellence going down the inside. What on earth is he doing? Excellence kamikaze dive. Takes out Tiger Gamer. Comic now up to P5. What on earth was that for Excellence? That was outrageous. From the Williams, and we were debating about him being in Div 2. He might not be in the league at all with that driving. Meanwhile, Flop up to P8 ahead of a Haas. Shockley crucially getting back within the DRS of the McLaren's just about, but Emu slightly pulling away from his teammate Lanny. Lanny has a battery though. But what are the McLaren's going to do? Are they just going to stay in formation? Surely not. They're going to want to win. They're going to want. We're going to fight individually for this. Emu's got a bit of a gap though. But Lanny has the DRS and the ERS. 7/10 back though. He's going to need a good exit out of the final corner. Emu's only got one win in HDR, but how is this going to play out down the main straight? Both burning their battery. How much can Lanny gain down the main straight? He's got more battery and more DRS. Heading down the straight, looks like Emu might have been covered. Heading into turn 1, Lanny just stays behind. J. Morris, can he hang on? 2P4. K5 with that penalty. Meanwhile, Idiot's battling with Jeezy. Williams' race has fallen apart. Now, P8 and 14, they were P2 and P5 at one point. Meanwhile, K5 ahead of Comic. Not that it'll matter. But on the exit, Comic just stays ahead. What can Lanny do against Emu? Has he got any response? There's only really 2 overtaking spots left. But then again, you don't see many overtakes there. So Emu, he might be having this covered. But only his second ever win in HDR. And could make it a McLaren 1-2. We might not even ever have had a 1-2 in the team's history before. But McLaren, even after the safety car, they have played this perfectly. Lanny, I don't think he's going to have any chance to come back at him. Oh, he squirms a bit on the exit. I think that might do it. But McLaren, Papaya, Twosteri will be loving this in the chat. Baba will be loving this in the chat. And McLaren, Emu and Lanny, the 2, they've looked quick all weekend. And their combination is going to lead to one of the biggest results in their HDR history. Coming around the final corner, it's going to be a 1-2 for Emu and McLaren. Emu wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Lanny is second. To the line, it is J. Morris Comic in K5, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Shocklade is P3. Flood will be P6 after K5's penalty. Idiot P7. G-Easy P8. Twosteri P9 as a Div 3 driver. What a Bahrain Grand Prix. What a result for McLaren. As they take max points here at Sakir. What a race that was. And the gods didn't make it easy for McLaren with that safety car at the end. But they did not let that get to them. And they take a 1-2 here in Bahrain. What a result. What a moment for Emu. Second ever win in HDR. And there is both McLarens on the top step of the podium. Incredible scenes here at Bahrain. Gonna go in voice chat now so we can get some people on the stream. So it's getting drivers in here, but those are your results. It is crazy to see the two McLarens at the top. Shockley will be happy with a P3. Comic P5, J Morris P4, Flov P6, Idiot P7, K5 all the way down in 11th after his 10-second time penalty. But Excellence also, Stewards will have a look at that, his kamikaze incident in turn 4. But those are your results, and we have a driver in post-race interviews, and it is your race winner, Emu. Can you hear me?
Hello, KJ. Hello.
Hello there, Emu. Well, second ever win in HDR, and I don't think you ever imagined it would be a 1-2 for your team, did you?
Oh my God. No, I never experienced it. I need to tell one thing. Thank you, Lane. I love you so much. He gave me the win. Oh my God. I love you, Lane. You deserved it, but thank you. 1-2 for the McLaren. I don't know if it happened in any other division. I think it's. Is it the first 1-2 in this season?
It might be in like the whole of the history. I don't remember any time a team's ever got a 1-2 in any div.
Yeah, so bit of from my race. From first stint, I had damage from turn 2.
Yeah, I did notice because when you came out the pit stops, you were far behind, so I did wonder if you had to change your wing.
J Morris was snapped into my front wing, which is really unfortunate. I don't know if he turned on me, but I don't care. I think it's gonna come out. I think I gave him the diabolical dive bomb there in the last after the safety car. So I think it's now even between us two. I'm not gonna report it because it did not screw my race that much. Of course, it screwed my 5 seconds or how much is that in the pit stop. But yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable race. I mean, Lanny. Yeah, you do have to feel a little bit bad for him because before the safety car, he was dominating and had it covered, but then safety car, he wanted the team 1-2, so he kind of just let you go and gave you a win pretty much.
Yeah, I would dare to say we are the same pace on this track. Because if I didn't have the damage and Lani didn't help me the first stint, I wouldn't end up on the podium. I would be happy about the points. I was so screwed by the front wing damage, but yeah, the safety car kind of saved me from Chocolate because he was on faster tires at the end. So I was like, the safety car helped me a lot because he would catch me till the end. But yeah, here we are standing on the top step with Lani.
Yeah, last thing to say, the safety car start seemed very slow. I mean, we did introduce a rule saying you can't go slower than 50 kilometers an hour. I don't know how slow it was, but it just looked very slow from my POV. Did it seem weird anyway to you?
It was slow, but there's in the game there's a rule that if the safety car is not in the pits, it's gonna brake for you. And I think that happened to Lani because of the last turn. He was trying to speed up, and the safety car wasn't in, so he couldn't. So he had to go slow. There was no other option. So I think this shouldn't be a penalty about this. It's a different thing when you are behind safety car. You go full throttle and then brake maximum brakes, and someone crashes behind you. So it's a different thing. And I think Bahrain is one of the tracks that the track is wide enough to have slower safety car restarts. So we are not in Singapore or like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll have to go now. There's a lot of people waiting in queue, but yeah, phenomenal race for you and McLaren, and yeah, go celebrate your second win in HDR.
And if I can tell one more thing, please, I want to thank Kalane. That's the one person I want to thank very much. And then my co-engineer who helped me throughout this race, and he did help me a lot. So thanks to them, and now have a good night. And
all right, great race. Thanks, you.
Thank you, Chocolate. Thank you, Chocolate.
Okay, who was next to join? I didn't quite catch. Whoever was joined after Emu, please unmute. I wasn't quite sure who it was. or just anyone, or just somebody unmute and I can interview you. Or Lanny, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, I mean, first of all, what a race from you. Do you feel a bit bittersweet about that, or are you happy that you got a 1-2 for McLaren?
It's not a hard feeling ever. It was always the goal was to work together, and at the end, I'm quite happy that it was Emu who won because it's better for him to win because he's been in the league longer and higher in the standings than I am.
Yeah, I mean, it was brilliant teamwork between you two all race. I mean, like you two like towing along on the first stint, and then you set up the front on the second stint, 10 seconds clear of everybody. And the safety car obviously made it a bit nervy, but you held off Jay Morris, and that was also a really good fight. But then, yeah, just brought it home for a 1-2 for McLaren. I mean, I think that's the first 1-2 ever in this league, so it must feel amazing.
It felt pretty good. But we did what had to be done on the day. Obviously, we haven't been having good races since about I joined, really, but it's nice that we could have this to start building something off.
Yeah, really help McLaren out in constructors. But yeah, I mean, flawless race from you. I mean, both teamwork wise, pace wise, racecraft wise, you did everything perfect, really. And yeah, nothing more to add. Anything you want to add?
What Emu was saying about the safety car, it was below 50 kilometers. The game made me get to 38. I was trying to get on the throttle, but it limits how much throttle you can use under the safety car. The safety car is on the pit.
Yeah, it's the annoying glitch. But
it's a feature.
yeah, brilliant race from you, and great to see McLaren get a 1-2. So hope to see you next week.
Emu deserved this. Emu deserved it
Yeah. Teamwork. Well, thank you for racing, Lanny. Great race.
Bye.
Right. Idiot or Shocklade? Which one were you next? I'm not sure. Shocklade, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, a bit of a mix for you. I mean, P3, it's still a very good result on your debut for Alfa Romeo. Yeah, I think P2 was on the cards without safety car with your pace on the softs, but I think your battle with Jay Morris kind of screwed your chances at catching the McLarens, did it?
Yeah, a bit, but I don't think I would have catched them.
Yeah, McLaren just seemed a little too quick for everybody today with their teamwork and tactics. They're just a bit ahead of the rest. But I think, are you happy with P3? I think you'll be happy with that, won't you?
Yeah, of course, I'm happy to be on the podium, but I don't know what Racing was doing at some point. He just didn't want to brake and came into my side, but I had no damage on that. And then also lap 2, I think, Idiot over the curb pushed me a bit off and I lost sometimes. So maybe without those incidents, I would have been behind the McLaren a bit more and maybe could have challenged them. And yeah, but I'm good with a P3 after Spain.
Yeah. Also, did you catch the incident with Excellence? Because down at turn 4, he just did absolutely kamikaze. Did you see a part of that?
I didn't see it, but it may be on the virtual rear thing mirror.
All right. Well, yeah, nothing more to add from you. Really good race from you, P3 from P6 on the grid. I think you'll take that, especially after you had a bit of a scruffy start with a few incidents. But yeah, unless you want to add anything.
No. Yeah. Thanks you, baby girl.
Okay. Well, thanks for racing. Brilliant race from you, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Good night.
Good night. Idiot, your last one. Hear me?
Hello.
Hello. I mean, it seems to be going so well for Williams all race. I mean, I think you're like P5 and P6 ish around safety car restart. Then all just seemed to fall apart on that restart.
I mean, talking about the restart, if we're going to that already, I mean, I think I was in P7 or 8 at that point, and there was literally near enough stopped on the track. Luckily there was no damage because someone was invisible, so there was no damage to them. But yeah, I just that needs to be said or like mentioned, whether it was like his fault or not. Like, still technically, he should have like slowed down a lot more, like to let the safety car go in to have an actual restart. Because maybe I didn't see about anyone behind me whether they got damaged or not, but we literally stopped on the track, so that needs to be spoken about.
Yeah, I mean, the incident's actually just been reported in Div 2, if you can see it. But yeah, I mean, it seemed like good pace all race, running like kind of midfields all race. But Williams,
It's a good start, no penalties. No, but one of the last drivers to pit from the mediums. I wanted to stretch it, so I was actually not expecting a safety car. I didn't really want a safety car, to be honest. Stretched the mediums, got to lap 17, literally 69% on the back left, so literally 1% off punch territory. Came in and got soft, so now my pace was, I didn't get fastest lap, but my pace, it was a lot faster than the mediums. I was catching up and I was doing well, and then the safety car come out, and then
yeah. So I think you could have done without the safety car, and then you would have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, still. I mean, a lot of positives to take from the weekend. Anything else you want to add?
I mean, all thanks to my hitman excellence, taking out the hash driver in the last lap.
Fair.
No, but yeah, I don't know. It's that safety car restart it's just interesting to me. I don't know. It's just feel like you can't. That I've been like in safety car restarts where I've gone slow, like really slow, but that was damn near parking. That was like that was M23 Friday at 5 p.m. Everyone coming home.
Yeah, I mean, might get reported, but yeah, otherwise, a few positives to take from the weekend, and hope to see you next week in China.
Yeah, well, if I want to go, because I hate China.
True. See you. Have a good night.
See ya.
Okay, so that is your post-race interviews for today. And that is your race for today. So thank you all for tuning in and watching this Div 2 stream, topped by Emu and McLaren. Still an unbelievable 1-2 for McLaren. First ever in the history of HDR. But weekend is not over yet. Join us for Div 1 tomorrow. All the same, we'll be watching the title fight between Grizzler, Death Star, and myself play out tomorrow around the circuit of Bahrain. So thank you all for watching and see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.